to live. So the Huffington Post is a very popular online site in America, and they sort of have been doing a series of articles around the world, and they've been sort of picking different places. It's called Our Living Well on Location series that explores cities and countries, again, from around the world, and how people pursue health and happiness. And there's going coast to coast and country to country. And, of course, New Zealand made the list. Of course, that doesn't surprise me, Stu, that you guys made the list. So basically, here's what the article talked about, that New Zealand can teach the rest of the world about living well. First and foremost, Stu, it says that Kiwis have a sense of adventure. Would you say that that's true, that Kiwis have a sense of adventure?
Oh, I definitely think that is true, yes. Very much so.
So your sense of adventure is something that all of us should learn from. Also, second on the list is that Kiwis are socially progressive. They're socially progressive than America and most other developed countries in the world. And being socially progressive, Stu, you probably know this, but I didn't know this, that New Zealand was the first country to give women the right to vote. I did not know that. So that shows that New Zealand is very socially progressive.
Yeah. I reckon that's good, isn't it? Don't you think? You've got to agree on that, don't you?
Of course. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think that's a big step forward in life and on the planet today.
Yep, very much so. And you guys were the first to make that happen. Also, you've been listed as a safe country, one of the safest countries in the world.
Really? Is that right? I never knew that.
Yes. Yeah, that's what the article said. And keep in mind, the young lady who did the article, I mean, she's got statistics and all sorts of information to back this up. So this was in comparison to other countries and cities around the world. So yeah, you're considered one of the safest countries in the world. So, which doesn't surprise me because, you also have one of the highest tourism rates as well. Tourism, I believe, comes to the second largest industry in your country. So people clearly love to come there to visit.
Well, that's nice. We always welcome visitors to our country. Very much so. And it's nice that people do come in and explore our country, but we've got a beautiful country. You've seen some of it, a fraction of it. And, you're going to come back, aren't you? Yeah,
when I come back, I would love to visit the South Island. That place just looks amazing over there.
Well,
I definitely want to visit Milford Sound. Is that correct, Milford Sound?
Yeah, Milford Sound. Look, sure, the South Island is beautiful, but there's some beautiful spots in the North Island as well. Don't forget about the North Island, because by Jove, it's got some glorious spots in it and some heavenly views. It really has.
Anyone in particular, some of your favorites to tell our American listeners who may be visiting New Zealand one of these days soon?
Right at the centre of the North Island, the Rangitikei River is just amazing. Some amazing sights on the Rangitikei River, and stuff like that. Oh, yeah, it's awesome, Over on the East Coast, there's some amazing sights over there, So, you never get tired and you'll never see it all. No matter how long you lived here, you would never see it all. As simple as that. But then
that's amazing.
I dare say it's like that in America too, of course, But I've always say, people say, why have you been overseas, have you done your trip? Have you done your big OD? Nah. I've too much of New Zealand to see, There's a lot of New Zealand I haven't seen. So why would you go overseas before you explored your own country?
Well, perhaps we can change that in America because your fans over here really do want you to come to America to visit.
Yeah.
So I don't think you're going to have a choice in the matter. You will come here and you will visit and you will have a great time in America. So we can't wait for you to see all of the North and South Island of New Zealand before you make it here. It's just simply not going to happen that way.
Okay. I'll take you with me. I'll take you with me.
All right.
Yep. Cool.
So we're going to continue on the list of what Kiwis can actually teach the rest of the world, and what you guys consider happiness and also health. And apparently, you have a love for reading. So apparently there are sort of more books per capita there than there are in other places around the world. So Kiwis love to read, which doesn't surprise me because I sort of see that sort of go hand in hand with a sense of adventure as well. Reading can kind of take you to other places, you know?
Okay. That's all right. I'm sorry, but I'm not a reader.
I guess you're not a big reader?
I'm not a reader at all. No, I'm not. You know, I read the main headline on the page, on the paper, and that's the Evening Standard. That's the name of the paper, and then I'm over it. I've read enough.
So now I know why. This is a very good subject. I'm learning something about you. Now I know why I can never get you to read my scripts, because you just don't like to do it. The cat is out the bag. I know the reason now, Stu.
Well, there you are. Yep. No, I'm not a big reader. I'm sorry. To sit down and read a book, absolutely hopeless. It's like sitting down to watch TV. It's just a sleeping pill to me. I just go to sleep. One chapter, and I tell you what, I've tried and tried and tried, and you'd be surprised how many times I've read that chapter.
Over and over.
Over and over again. Every night I was thinking, now, did I finish that chapter? And I'll go and read it again, and before I get to the end of the chapter, guess what? The eyelids are down. Yep.
Well, the next time what you should do is continue on to the second chapter, because we're pretty sure you read the first chapter. But in any event, so yes, apparently your countrymen, you have a love for reading. And the last one is really no big surprise, but just an appreciation for the outdoors, whether it's bicycling, canoeing, the beach, mountain climbing. Kiwis rank very high among other countries in the world, if almost not like the top of the list, that you just have an appreciation for the outdoors, you have an appreciation for nature, and you just have an appreciation for wildlife and birds and animals. So you would probably agree with that, I'm pretty sure, Whitney Stu. The appreciation for the outdoors.
Great. It's really good. The outdoors is fantastic, and if you're over there in America and you want to come to New Zealand, I tell you what, you will thoroughly enjoy our outdoor life. You know, it is absolutely good. Fantastic, in fact. You know, and I don't know what else you would do, to be honest. You can go to all the museums you like and all those sorts of things. And sure, there's some great things in the museums, but get outside and get outdoors and experience it. You know, the Shotover River down south and walking the Milford Track and things like that are absolutely amazing. And some good comradeship as well.
Yeah. Yep. Stay out of those shopping malls, I guess.
Dead right. Dead right. Yep.
And also the last thing that I wanted to mention on this list, but there are many, many, many that actually go on the list. So we're going to post it on our Seabreeze Twitter account and also the Seabreeze page so that you can actually read the article yourself. Very, very well-written article. But the last one is that in New Zealand, education means a lot. The small country has one of the highest literacy rates in the world, coming in at 99%, and the U.S. Has a literacy percentage of 97%. So you guys come in 2% more higher than America. So there you have it. It just sounds like, according to this article, the perfect place to be.
Well, that is absolutely fantastic, isn't it? You know, to come in above America,
yep.
That's good. You know, I'm not skiting or anything else. We do try and put a lot into education and support the young kids. You know, we feed them at school when they go to school, they have breakfast, and I see some other outfits supplying them with shoes and raincoats and God knows what else, so they can get there, dry, sit down, full belly, and learn. So that's where the education all begins, doesn't it? Whether you like it or not, whether you agree with it or not, it is happening, and hopefully in the long run, New Zealand will see the response for it, you know? And if the response comes through good, hopefully these kids that have grown into adults stay in New Zealand and keep the country ticking over instead of buckling off overseas.
Right. Well, there you have it. The great, mighty, and powerful Stu Frith has spoken. But anyway, so we're going to post the article on our Seabreeze fan page and also on the Twitter account. You know, if you've got time, apparently, because Kiwis love to read. I say you read the article. It was written by Abigail Wise, and again, that's from the Huffington Post. Stu, with that said, we only have just a couple more minutes, and we are out of here, but I do want to remind all of our listeners that we're now on podcasts, so you can find out the podcast information from our Seabreeze fan page, Stu's Facebook page, my Facebook page, our Twitter account, and also you now have it on your Seabreeze website.
Yep, it's on the Seabreeze website.
As well.
Yeah, that's dead right. And it's also on YouTube, isn't it?
Yes, that's right. I keep forgetting about YouTube. Yep, it's also on YouTube. And the great thing about a podcast is that you can listen at your own convenience. So, if you're not able to catch us at 9 o'clock in New Zealand, if you're not able to catch us at 5 o'clock in America, then if you've got a smartphone, if you've got an iPhone, if you've got a mobile device of any sort, then you can just actually add us. So as the shows come in, it will alert you that Stu and Victoria did a show today. Just push the button and you can play and listen at your convenience. So that is the great thing, Stu, about being on a podcast service.
Great. Absolutely fantastic. Well, Vicky, we're just a minute away from the top of the hour, 10 o'clock here in New Zealand. It's been a nice morning, hasn't it?
It has been a nice morning. There's one last thing that I want to say before you kick me off the air, is that I still think those trains are very pretty. I love the colors.
Oh, God.
And they're really sleek looking. They're so modern. So when I come to visit Auckland, and I will be there, Auckland, to visit you guys, I'm going to get on that train. I'm going to force Stu Frith to get on the train with me, and we're going to take some pictures so I can see what this train looks like.
Is that before it moves out of the station or after?
It'll get out of the station. You stop it.
You'll have plenty of time anyway. If it's running late, you'll be able to sit there for half an hour taking photos of it. Yeah, it's all cool. It's all cool. Hey, folks, thanks very much for joining us here. Joining Vicky and myself this morning here on 88 FM, Seabreeze FM, of course. And we look forward to being back with you again Friday, New Zealand time, Thursday, American time. And also, just before we do disappear, we've got some interesting interviews coming up very, very soon, and hopefully one of them will going to happen next week with a young country lass all the way from Canada, and Chelsea Kreitz, I think it's how you say it, and who's just released a new album and got a new hot single out. So hopefully we will be talking to Chelsea next week sometime here on 88 FM. Till then, take care, be kind to one another. Vicky, thank you very, very much, dear. Been lovely. And
you are welcome.
Yeah, she's busy looking at something else on the other computer now, so it's all happening. But anyway, until later, take care. Bye-bye.
Good morning, New Zealand. I'm Michael Kay, entertainment co-host for At Homeless Victoria on the Blog Talk Radio Network in America. And you know what I like with my morning coffee? I like a little international connection with Stu and Victoria, only on Seabreeze FM.
Seabreeze FM is calling. Seabreeze FM is calling.